Hey guys, how's it going? JD here. It is May 4th, 2023. And hey, I lost all 3 trades today. But guess what? It was all me. All bad decisions. All bad decisions. I mean, I gotta be realist. I gotta be the realest trader out here to show you guys this. But I want you all to get better as I get better, learn from my mistakes. And so we're gonna look at these trades. There was only one that was a heartbreaker. Everything else was terrible. So this was my first setup. But you know what? I really want to recap today so you can understand how how you always have to control your emotions. So before I show you my first trade, I'm gonna show you the first trade I skipped, which would have changed the whole dynamic of my day. So I was watching this RDN, okay? It was playing around down here. First, I thought, right in here, I thought, yeah, definitely we about to get the maybe lower high or something, but I noticed that the EMA was going sideways, so I stayed out of it, as I should have. Then I actually was heading to get back in my bed because I was like, I don't really like anything, because I saw it drop down like this and nothing else was working either. So I was like, boom, I'm good. I'm talking about I'm heading up the steps and I look back and I see this. So I saw us break higher, came back, couldn't really close. We did close under the EMA, but it was close. But I was like, buy pressure, buy pressure, buy pressure, buy pressure, buy pressure. So I'm thinking, yeah, we good. I see this candle. I'm like, yep, it's go time. I'm talking tough and everything. Then this candle pulls back in like the last 2 seconds. So I didn't like it anymore because, we didn't clear here or here. So I skipped it, right? Look what it does. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then, to be honest, I almost want to say that I saw. No, I didn't. I didn't see that. Okay. So I skipped this trade, right? Skipped this trade. But just prior, I didn't like anything. So then I go to look around. And I come to this pound cat. Okay. At the time, it looked like this, something like this. We trending up strong, right? I mean, I wish I had seen this low push up, higher low. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that would have lost 2. Anywho, okay. So anyway, we're moving up, pretty strong legs, right? So I see that we get to this area, clear as day. I looked over and I saw that we traded down into this range, which basically means we probably gonna break out the bottom. I saw this fail breakout. I saw this, lower high. I think I even said it like we're making lower highs, lower high, lower highs. But to be honest with you guys, I looked at my strength meter and the pound was super strong. I think it had all 3 green, it had all bars. And the cat, it was still probably about right here. But the pound had all 3 bars. So then I came back and I'm looking here and I saw this. Look at this. Look at this rejection. Sell pressure, sell pressure, sell pressure. I saw this clear as day. Push down. But then when we got this huge candle up, I actually called this a breakout pullback. Now, any of you who have seen me take a breakout pullback know that you do not take a breakout pullback when the signal candle ain't even above the range. Okay? All of this whole pattern here needs to be above the top of the range to even call this a breakout pullback, which we're probably getting right now. Yeah. So everybody knows who's been watching my videos, you don't take this kind of breakout pullback. I mean, look at all the sell pressure here. Not to mention I already saw it over there. So I'm going over this in depth because this was just a terrible trade. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this ain't had nothing to do with no OTC. This ain't had nothing to do This was a terrible setup. I mean, I'm still kind of marveled that I took it, but huge signal candle again. It wasn't off the EMA, so we're too far from. Let's just look at all the issues. We're too far from the EMA. First of all, neither one of these closed strong to say that we're really breaking out. Only thing that was good about this was a good strong signal candle closed above to the left. That's kind of what made me take it, plus the strength meter. But this is a terrible breakout pullback, if that's what you're gonna call it. Okay, so I took that. Now let me show you how different things should have been. Once I saw the sell pressure over here again, I saw what it did last time, or even the last two times I saw it shoot down. So what I should have been doing is, we had a high, push down, came back, lower high. Look at the beautiful signal candle right off the range for a high, lower high setup, range fade short. 1, 2, 3. That was the trade. Not this, not going long. I should have been looking for a short off the top, just like it's making right here. Okay, so that's first of all. But my mind was set on a breakout pullback. So this is a loss that it's a mindset loss. I wanted that breakout pullback because that's like the only trade that I hadn't won yet or taken yet in the real, with this real market, since I switched over to the real markets. So I think I wanted a breakout pullback because I was calling it a breakout pullback, and it wasn't at all. I'm still just laughing at it. It wasn't even out of the range. How was it a breakout pullback? What it was a high, beautiful lower high with a huge signal candle right off the top of the range, which you would expect because it bounced there before. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that's that. Right. So then I come back to the RDN. Okay, I come back to the RDN, and what do I see? Oh, I was right. If I had taken this, we trended. All right. So when I come back, it looked like this. It looked like this when I came back. So then I see this candle. I see this candle right here. Push through super strong, push through super strong, but I already know I got to get through this resistance right here. But this was a strong candle. But again, it was not off the EMA. This was the candle I wanted to take. So I'm already mad because I missed this one. That's what I'm thinking. And so I'm like, okay, this is a great signal candle, which it was. This is a beauty. This is a beauty. This candle runs up. Okay. This candle doji. I'm like, I got the win in the bag. It's looking like this. We good, right? Win is in the bag. Then, bang. Came back, got me. Had about cross here with about 7 seconds to go. And I couldn't get the pull back up. That one, I can't call it a bad trade. If I had it entered on the cross, it would have won, but I haven't really been doing that lately. I'm sure it didn't go from here to here with 10 seconds left, as I remember. So it wasn't like it had 10 seconds left, like I like to take. So this one was just kind of tough. That happens. I'm not gonna call it a bad trade, but I don't have a name for it. It wasn't a second entry long. It wasn't 2 legs back off the EMA. It was, at best, it was a higher low. Got a low, pushed up, higher low. Problem is, it's too far away to call it that. So this is a no-name trade. They gave me gave me the result that you would expect from a no-name trade, right? So I guess the moral story is don't take no-name trades. This is nothing. This is kind of trying to go with momentum. That's it. At best I could have said it was a rally-based rally, but I didn't even call it that when I took it. I just kind of thought we were heading up. I don't even know if I looked at the yen was getting weaker. The yen was getting weaker after being pretty strong. It was getting weaker. So I felt good about it, but it lost. Okay, then wait. I see this candle here. I see this candle. So I'm like, man, but now we got a higher low that's close together. That's a better entry. But when this candle gave me this baby little stem, I was like, nah. And I was still kind of sell shocked because I had just lost this by 7 seconds. You know, I was a little shook, I admit. But this broke lower, trapped everybody who went short right here. Nearly closed on this top. This was my redemption candle. Guess what I do? I skip it. 1, 2, 3. Easy win. Then I almost want to say I saw this one. 1, 2, 3. Would have been an easy win. If I wanted to go with momentum, this was the candle to do it, or this was the candle to do it. But after, losing this one so close, I was shook. But if you're going to take a higher low, like with trend, it should look more like this. They should be close together, not this far apart. This was too far apart. So you want to take one that's here. You want to take this one that's closer together. But I saw this, when you get this little bitty stem, that trapped everybody who had sell stops. Sell stops in right here. Trapped them in, boom. Continue with trend. The EMA we were trending up. So I was just one setup too soon on this. That happens. That just happens. Because this wasn't terrible, but again, it was a no-name trade. It was too far away to be called a higher low. It was too far away. All right. So at this point, I'm down 0-2. Pretty frustrated. I thought about calling it a day, which I should have. But then I'm still looking. Remember, I was walking up the steps. I didn't even like nothing out here. I go to the Swiss yen. Okay. When I come to the Swiss yen, it looks like so. Okay. We were right here. I mean, this is a strong push. What I was saying is that, like, yeah, okay. We're not pulling back at all. Closing on the top. This is the perfect pattern, 1, 2, 3, for a rally base rally, right? It's the perfect look of it. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking rally base rally to test these highs, test these highs, test these highs. That's what I'm thinking. But then I got this humongous candle here. And I said to myself, this is now too big, too much sell pressure to call this a rally base rally. Too much sell pressure to call this a rally base rally. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. The rally base rally is off the table. But then we get this candle. We break lower. I'm thinking people are trapped. It closed on its top. Here's the problem. And it looks like this. It doesn't look bad. At the time, it looks like that, right? Again, are we off the EMA? No, we're not. We're too far from the EMA. So that's just issue number one. We're too far from the EMA, and as nice as this signal candle looked, to take something like this, it needs to close above here. You need to see that, it needs to close above this candle to the left. Because when it doesn't, more than likely it's setting up a second entry long. This was the perfect look of a second entry long, which you get right here. And even that doesn't work. So this was a no-win situation. Because even if I skip this trade, I take the second entry long off the EMA. I take that all day, because tell you what, once I lost here, I almost took this. I almost broke the rule and took 4 trades. Don't break your rules. Okay. So if anything out of today, I can say that, at least I followed one rule, which was to only take 3 trades. Because if I take this 1, 2, 3, now I'm on 4 on the day. So follow your rules. You'll be much better off. But 2 out of my 3 losses today were just downright bad trades. This was a bad trade. We're too far from the EMA. This candle did not close higher than here. I already knew that the rally base rally was off the table. Terrible entry. It may not be terrible, but I'm gonna just call it terrible. And this pound CAD was downright terrible entry. again, look what happens if you, well, this is too big. 1, 2, 3. You might have won. Depending on when you got in here, you probably won this, because I would have waited. It looked like it kind of gapped up first. You probably won this. 1, 2. Yeah, you probably won this trade. Definitely finna win this one. Probably come back down to the bottom of this range now, or test this low, or test this low. This isn't a decent base drop. But anyway, this setup here, horrific. Look at that sell pressure, and I still buy right into it. This is the one I'm shaking my head about right here. Sell pressure, and I still bought into it and called it. Had the audacity to call it a breakout pullback when we didn't even break out. So that's the spiel for today. I'm sure you all can learn from this one. Again, terrible setup. RDN had no setup. This is the no name setup. But look at it. Whew, look at it go now. My goodness. And that's what I thought it was going to do here for me. It didn't. But then I could have taken this one, and I would only and that's how close things are. So this was my second trade and it lost. But if I take this good setup here, I'm only down 1 on the day. So instead of being 0 and 3, I'm 1 out of 3. Which is much better. That's the kind of losing day I normally have, where out of the 3, as far as my money goes, I'm -1. You want -1 days. If you're gonna have a losing day, -1. But again, I just hey, it was all on me. It was all on me, just making bad decisions today. But that's trading. It's so crazy. If I take this was my first, I had my finger on the button. If I take this one right here, the whole day is different. Because if I take this one, 1, 2, 3, I win here, right? Then I see this one, I take it, I lose here, but now I'm 1 and 1. I take this shot right here. If I'm 1 and 1, I take this shot right here. 1, 2, 3, I go +1 on the day. Ain't that something? That's how different the day could have been if I just take this win right here. But it had too much stem. But it still closed higher than this one though. That's the catch though. I love great signal candles that close strong. Sometimes I have to evaluate the situation a little bit better, but we just hadn't been over here. I guess I can't beat myself up about this one, because for it to not close on the top was just unfortunate. That thing is running. Man, that thing running. Yes, for this not to close on the top was just unfortunate, because it did this with the last couple seconds. I had my finger on the button. And so if this candle just closes, if it just closes above here, I still take it. If it just closes above here, I still take it. And this one spurted up quick, so I knew it was going to keep going. So all that is unfortunate. But again, if this one closed up here, I take it. Roll up, I lose this one, so I win here, lose here. But I have a feeling if I'm 1 and 1, I have a feeling I take this shot right here. And just like that, it's a positive day. So that's trading again. But again, the main issue was that my first trade was horrible. That's just the bottom line. My first trade was horrible, and it should have been a win if I had been reading the market correctly. It was obviously telling me not to buy. You see this? Don't buy, don't buy, don't buy. That's it. That's my spiel for today. Hey, it was it's odd to say I feel good about this losing day, because I know it was all me. Hey, this was all me. This could have easily been a winning day. Just think if I take this, if I just take this right here, I get the first win. Then it pulled back, it made another high, lower high. I don't take this because it's a bad signal candle. Then this one is too far away, so I probably wouldn't have took this. If I had a 1, 2, 3, it would have won though. I just want to point that out, that this could have been 2 wins right here. Actually could have been 3, because I could have took this again. 1, 2, 3. So here's your 1, 2, 3. Here's your 3 wins for the day right here. 1, 2, 3. Just playing the range fade properly. If I had just played this range fade properly, that's 3 wins right there. Hadn't even noticed that before. 1, 2, 3. Either enter here or here. Both would have won. Even if you hit it, entered here. 1, 2, 3, you win. And then this huge signal candle definitely let you know it broke lower here. Take this. 1, 2. Well, no, this one might have lost. This one might have lost. So you really needed to take this one to have made it. So this would have been iffy. You know, this stuff in here is a little iffy, but we see how it's possible. You take this one. 1, 2, 3. That's a win. I skipped this one. That's a bad signal candle. This one I skipped too because it's already moved down. We would have got the pushback, but when I see this one, well, that's tough. That would have lost. 1, 2, depending on your entry. Depending on your entry, if it gaps up and you get in up here, you make it. But even if you lose this one, you get this one right here. 1, 2, 3. So either you go 3-0 here, or 2 out of 3 out of this little run back down. But you definitely, I definitely should have gotten this one here. This is a low, higher low, right off the top of the range. And I had evidence. I had evidence right here that it was going to do that. And I ignored it. And I ignored one. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So hope this helps somebody else out. Don't ignore the signs. Don't just want to take a trade. Don't just want to take a certain setup. Don't just, don't even fall in love with your helpers like a strength meter. Take what you see. And what we saw was sell pressure, and I ignored it. All right. So, all right, guys, we'll come back tomorrow, and we'll be much, much, much better. So I'm using PocketOption as my broker. Put a link in the description. I got a course. I'm gonna put up my course anyway, even though I lost all 3 today, because my course my course teaches not to do this. So hey, sometimes you just blow it, right? I'll put a link in the description for that too. So again, hope you guys learn from this one. I don't feel bad because it was all me. So we definitely will bounce back tomorrow. So all right, guys, you all take care. My name is JD, and as always, I wish you increase on the sudden.
We would like to thank you for tuning in to another Increase episode with JD. If you want to learn how to price action trade, please visit www.jdhyder.com and you will find his brand new course, IOTS, Price Action Trading System. We thank you again, and as always, we wish you increase on the sudden.